Hello everyone, welcome to ixamBee. In this video, I am going to tell you how you can utilize your time for phase 2 preparation, and also in the remaining days before the phase 1 exam, what shall be the balance of the time for preparation of phase 1 and phase 2. Exam hai to ixamBee hai, and I am sure these videos are helping you. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. In the video, I am going to cover how you can cover the complete syllabus of phase 2 topic wise topic, and how you can divide your time between ESI, FM, descriptive English. But please remember, these are very standard guideline, and the actual time division you have to do based on your strength and weakness in different topics, that you can find out by attempting the mock tests. For phase 1 exam, which is on 9th November, you have 53 days, and for phase 2 exam, which is going to happen on 1st of December, you have 75 days. So if I tell you the exclusive days only for phase 2 preparation, you have 22 days. First, starting with what you are going to do in first 50 days before the phase 1 exam. First, you have to cross this hurdle. So you have to spend majority of your time for practice of the phase 1 subject. Otherwise, all your phase 2 preparation is going to be waste. Nonetheless, you cannot ignore phase 2 preparation, because you cannot otherwise complete that in 22 days after the phase 1 exam. Therefore, I suggest that spend 30 to 35% of your time for phase 2 preparation even during these phase 1 preparation before the phase 1 exam. Now, where to spend this 30-35% time? Because in phase 2 there is a lot. So here also focus more on the current affairs. And do you want to know more about how to prepare for current affairs? There is a separate video on preparation of the general awareness for RBI Grade B. Please watch that. In this preparation of current affairs general awareness, you have following benefits. Number one, you are preparing for 40% of the weightage in phase 1 exam. Those who have been knowing more about RBI Grade B exam must be aware that general awareness is very critical for clearing phase 1 exam, because it has 40% weightage highest and it takes least time. So if you are well prepared in this, you are going to clear phase 1, provided you get the cutoff in every section. And at the same time, in this preparation, your phase 2 preparation for ESI and FM, and also you are preparing recent topic for descriptive English paper. Just 1 week before the phase 1 exam, you can stop this. You can just focus on the fact related to general awareness which can be asked in the exam. But in the remaining days, spend 30-35% of your time in phase 2 preparation, giving more weightage to the point to the topics which can be asked in phase 1 also. RBI related news, banking related news, news related to Indian economy, all data events important for phase 1 and phase 2. Now, how ixamBee can help you in doing this? So here you are getting 1 point coverage for all important preparation point government scheme. There is a comprehensive coverage of all existing schemes and also the important schemes of the past. Say for example, if I ask you IRDP, it is not a current scheme, but it has been so popular in the development of Indian economy, especially rural economy, that anybody who has been studying about rural India must be knowing about IRDP. We have coverage of important committees formed by RBI, SEBI, government, summary of all such committees covering the important points over the year. Then you get the summary of budget and economic survey. These are important documents like budget and economic survey, and some RBI publications like RBI annual report, financial stability report, important FAQs also on the RBI side. But you cannot read all the FAQs, very exhaustive. In one department there is so much technical knowledge in FAQs, all is not meant for common purpose. So we get it very selective. Likewise, budget and economic survey, very lengthy document, but the summary in the PDF format and the videos in the question and answer format in budget and economic survey provides you very exam relevant content, and monthly review of Kurukshetra and Yojana magazine highlighting points relevant to the RBI Grade B exam. And then there are monthly GK capsules including MCQs with the detailed answers. Also, you get all important summaries like important indices, key projections by various organizations, IMF, World Bank, RBI, government. So these 7 points provides you 1 point where you get all the relevant content. You shall not waste your time, one, in looking for the content, and second, wasting your time in studying unnecessary content. Because in today's world of information overload, especially on web, you will find too much to consume which will not be useful for the exam. Be aware of that. You have to be selective. You have to study for the exam. Now, for phase 2 preparation, ESI and FM, how it is covered here, you have 210 videos. The entire content is about 35 hours. This is only of phase 2 I am telling here. And there are 130 notes, approximately 550 pages, and there are 6000 MCQs. So once you are done with notes and videos, these 6000 MCQs are really going to help you. Starting from your concept building, we have like 2000 concept check questions which are after these videos. If you want to skip video, you can start with concept check question. If you are knowing 80%, 90% question, you can skip the video, save your time. Then there are 1000 questions chapter wise, and then 1000 questions in form of the section test, 2000 questions full length practice test as per the actual exam pattern. Practice makes you perfect. How to cover these topics in phase 2 and how you can divide these number of days. Again repeating, these are the indicative days. Suppose you have studied some of the topic, say bond valuation, when you are doing your MBA finance, you can skip this 2 day. You may be able to spend somewhere in fiscal policy if you have not studied that. But if you have been preparing for say UPSC, you may be knowing about measurement of growth, national income, inflation. You can spend more time in other topics related to Basel guideline or risk management. So for ESI concept topic, very important to understand growth, national income, inflation, very important topic. You shall spend 2 days. This balance of payment, EXIM policy and fiscal policy is again very important. In balance of payment, RBI also has a role to play about managing the forex reserve and rate of the foreign exchange. Financial statement and ratio. This is one topic we have allotted 3 days here. But students are really getting panicked about this. Last year there were very less question, hardly one question from financial statement, and I am remembering that we have to do special live classes because students were asking more and more numerical. So my suggestion is understand 3 types of financial statement and all important ratios so that you can do the easy calculations in the exam. But at the same time, do not go in all nitty-gritties because there may be more questions from the other topics. So first cover all the topic, understanding of capital budgeting, bond valuation. Again, understand the fundamentals. Need not to go to very difficult level of the bond valuation question because fixed income securities is a very complicated topic beyond a point. So Indian economy and economic reforms here. Economic reforms, some history you have to read. But rest of the things, important latest things about Indian economy which you are reading in newspaper or our GK weekly summary, that will be most relevant. Similarly for banking system, you have to understand the history of the banking system in India and recent events. Questions are asked on that. RBI functions and monetary policy. So 2 days if you understand it well. If you do not have even fundamentals of this, you may have to spend more time because it's RBI Grade B exam. The questions on monetary policy and RBI functions can be slightly deeper. Role of economic planning including prioritization. So this is again you have to study history here, but very crisp. All 5-year plan, at least the starting date and year, the agenda of important first 3 5-year plans, you shall know that. We have covered that in our videos and notes. Financial and capital markets, similarly understand the difference between these two, how it works, how money market works, what is call money, what is term money, sustainable development, environmental issues. So all these give half 1.5 day. Poverty alleviation and employment generation, government schemes are also there to cover. And in finance, there is regulation and supervision by RBI. One of the important function of RBI, you have to understand. There are topics like Basel, understand what is the difference between Basel 1, Basel 2, Basel 3. Then in ESI, industrial and labor policy, don't go into much detail. Read important data, latest data. In management, again, it is one topic which you can cover in less time provided you have the good content. So 1 day to general management, and then take finance, forex market and guidelines. Again, forex market is managed by RBI, so it has some numericals also. Derivatives, a new concept for people who have never studied finance. 2 days, understand 4 types of derivatives. Do not go to calculation in derivative, it will become too complex. 2 days for forex market also. And a topic like leadership, important, easy to understand, types of leaderships. When there are questions, it creates confusion. When you will study, you will find you are understanding everything in management. So in management portion, attempting question is very important. Likewise in finance, alternate source of finance. Here again you need to have a good coverage. Financial inclusion, one specific agenda of RBI, development agenda of RBI. There is one department in RBI for financial inclusion, DFIDD. Spend more time here, 2 days. Motivation theories, favorite of management people. There are various motivation theories. Again, question create confusion, 2 days for this. International economic institutions, World Bank, IMF, etc. 1.5 day. Domestic financial institution, in addition to RBI, you shall know what is IRDA, what is SEBI, what is SIDBI, what is NABARD. 1.5 day for this. Human resource development, 2 days, because in management this is very important topic. Social structure in India, 2 days for that. Social movement, mainly human development, again 2 days. Lot of schemes also you shall study here. In management, communication is one important section where you need to understand what is the meaning of communication, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, SMCR model. And likewise, management, corporate governance shall not be confused with corporate social responsibility. So these type of topics very important. For ESI and finance, spare 5 days when you have all the content ready. If you are wasting your time in content searching, then you will require more time on finance. Changing landscape of banking sector, because lot of questions come from the recent event. RBI is coming out with new steps because of the liquidity crisis. Why it is happening? There are mergers and acquisitions, there are corporate governance issues, lot many news has to be covered with understanding of the reasons behind them and important terms covered in these recent articles in various newspapers. So then give time for 2 full-length tests daily, one ESI and one FM, and English descriptive on a gap of 2 days in last 20 days before the exam. That is how you shall spend your 75 days. For English descriptive, at ixamBee you get a mock test where you can write your answer, which are evaluated by our faculty, because in English writing we all do mistakes in comma, full stop, spelling mistake, grammar. If you are using a software like Grammarly, then see how many mistakes you do. And this is 1/3, English descriptive is 1/3 of the phase 2 exam. With little preparation, essay writing, letter writing, etc., you can improve from 5 to 15 marks. Once the phase 1 exam is over, we will be covering phase 2 syllabus with expert faculty of ixamBee by doing live classes daily. Again, just to remind you, this is an indicative division of the time. For best result, attempt test frequently and see where there are more gaps in your understanding. In those chapters, spend more time. You improve your overall performance by practice and practice. Interested in RBI Grade B course, you can enroll now for a free demo. The link of the demo is given on the description below. And these videos are helping in your preparation. Subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon for immediate notification. Please remember, exam hai to ixamBee hai.